with Mario Lopez.
Joining me right now for the third season of White Lotus, actor Tayme ThapThimThong. How are you, man?
I'm good, thank you. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for taking the time. First of all, you crushed it as Guy Talk in White Lotus, and I thought
Thank you very much.
that storyline, in particular, you and the young lady you had a crush on, that was
Yeah.
romantic and fun. I got to imagine you had a blast working on that set.
Oh yeah, it's just been, oh man, I don't even know where to start. It's just been amazing ever since I got casted for Guy Talk, and everything just changed, like just my whole life, my whole world just changed for the better, I guess. And it's just the whole experience, being in 4 seasons with all these other amazing actors who I've watched, from a young age, and to get to be in a hotel with them for like 7 months and work with them, it was amazing. I actually had no bad moments. I really enjoyed every moment of it, and I'm still enjoying it right now.
I bet. And I love your character arc. He really had a great way to wrap up the series at the end, in the last episode, and he came through in this sort of heroic fashion, ended up ever, and looks like you got the girl, and you were going on me, but you manned up when you needed to. The way the show is going to end from the beginning, or did Mike reveal it like as it went on?
No, so when I first received the script, I read through it, the whole thing. And, it was just amazing to see that ending for my character because, in the beginning, as I was reading the script, I was always trying to sort of picture sort of just like the scene, and sort of how I am throughout the whole thing. And, it wasn't until the very end that it got me so excited because it meant that my character has like a kind of a full arc, like starting from being like this kind of smiley guy all the time who's just got a massive crush on Mook, and slowly as he when he loses the gun, when he's trying to find it, when he gets it back, it really enjoyed sort of going through all those layers with that character, and then to finish it off at the end with that bang. It was so satisfying for me, because I've always wanted to play like a layered character. So when I finished reading the script, it was just like, wow, okay, now I know how to sort of design him, from episode 1 to 3, and then like 4 to 6, 7 and 8. It was just really fun to play around with that.
And he was really about the only one you could get behind and root. Everybody else, there really was. There was no ulterior motives. You had a crush, and you wanted to do the right thing, and so it was great. I'm so glad they ended it like that, not a negative.
Yeah, me too.
You're also starring in this upcoming Hulu series, Alien Earth, and it's actually a prequel.
Yes,
right.
It is. So I think it takes place before even the original Alien happens, but it's the first one out of the whole franchise that takes place on Earth. So there's a lot of excitement there about what happens when an alien gets released on Earth.
And you're also working on a movie with Jason Statham called Mutiny.
Yeah, so that one was actually a very small role, but they decided to write me a small role into that movie because they saw that I was British, and they said, this would be a great chance to just get him to have a foot in the door in the British industry because I was born and raised in England, and my parents still live there, and my little brother. So my manager said, this would be great even if it's a small role, because at least you get to go and film in England. And then after that, we actually did just a rounds of going to meet different agencies. So I ended up getting signed to independent talent over in London. So it was a very productive trip.
So you were born and raised. Are you by ethnicity Thai though?
Yes, but both my parents are Thai. They just went to work in England back when they were younger, and then just stayed there.
Got it. Yeah, because I was going to say you spoke fluently very well.
Yeah, it's funny because I think I was having a discussion. So yeah, I was having a discussion with my manager, and he was saying that, I'm really trying to, the reason I'm getting you to do so many general meetings with all these people in LA right now is because I have a feeling that people must believe that you talk like how talks English, you
Right.
know.
That's a testament to the fact that you're right.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I mean, I really worked on that because at first I was kind of cringing at myself, sort of speaking like a more broken English, or Thai people call it Tinglish. So so it took a few practices in front of the mirror to get to not not be cringing at myself. So I'm glad it was that convincing to people. But yeah, it's nice to let people know that I this is how I speak.
Exactly. Good pipes. Is it true you were actually a bodyguard before?
Yes, so I was actually I've had a whole thing in the military. So I back in England, I wanted to be a Royal Marine, and I actually trained for it, and got trained by an ex-SAS soldier whose assistant is my mom's best friend. And when he heard that I wanted to join the Marines, he's like, "Send him up to Hereford. I'll train him. That's where he lives." And he took me out and trained me in the mountains, in the hills, and it was great. But I couldn't join in England because I found out at medicals that my ear wasn't working so well. So that's why it was that shift, that event that happened in England where it made me shift to Thailand, because I was so depressed in England because I wanted to join so bad and I couldn't because with medical problems. So I came to Thailand and it started off a whole new leaf, and that's how I got into the entertainment industry. But ultimately, I still ended up in the Thai army, which was pretty cool. They
That's
didn't care about my ear. So I actually served 3 years as an officer in the Thai army, and then a further 2 years I went private. So that's how I ended up as a bodyguard.
ironic
Yeah,
character being what it was too.
it was, yeah.
I saw you were at Coachella. Got to see
Oh yeah.
what's the young lady's name who played Mook?
Lisa.
Lisa. Yo, Lisa's like a big star.
Oh
Huh.
yeah, she's huge. When I found out that she was gonna play my love interest in White Lotus, I was just, I thought things couldn't get any better for me
Right.
already after being casted, and then getting an American manager approaching me and helping me out and everything, and then to Lisa sort of, being my co-star was just like, this is just unreal, you know.
I was like, wow, is she also from Thailand or is she Thai?
Yes, she's originally from Thailand, but because she was in Blackpink,
Right.
that girl group. She actually went to train to become a Blackpink member since she was like 14.
Wow,
So
okay.
she's been in that world for a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, I know. That's crazy.
yeah,
And yo, you got pipes yourself, man. I heard you singing a little No Diggity. Uh,
yeah.
I mean, were you just messing around? Is singing something you pursued, something you always wanted to do?
Singing music to me is something that's very dear to me. It started off with just me singing to myself in the shower and just at home. I never actually thought I'd turn to a career until I came to Thailand and entered this competition. Uh, and that was in 2013, where I entered this. It was like a half Big Brother, half X Factor competition in Thailand,
That's a wild
and
premise.
yeah, yeah. It was crazy to like go back to Thailand within a year. I was in this competition.
Right.
And I came second in the end, and I got like a five year like contract with this record label. But I'm really into R&B and blues, and hip hop.
Right.
And to sing R&B in Thailand at the time, at least, it just wasn't a thing. Like there just wasn't a market for it. So they tried to make me do rock and like T-pop, like Thai pop, but I just wasn't feeling it. So, that's where I shifted heavily to acting. And I'm glad I did, because, it led to this. But music's always been a big part of me. So even when I was in the military here and during basic training, there was no music. The only music you ever hear was the national anthem in the morning. And that's what made me realize, like, I can't live without music. So I would be singing to myself, humming to myself as I'm doing all this training, running. And yeah, that's what made me really realize I need to also do music as well. So I'm really glad that that No Diggity clip went viral, because it just really gave me another shot to do music here in the US, where R&B and blues is actually, really liked. So I can't wait to do some music here. And I've already met with a few music producers, and we're trying to work on something.
And hey, I like your style, brother. I like your style. Congratulations. I'm so happy.
Thank you very much.
And listen, appreciate you stopping by. And everyone, if you haven't checked it out, please do. You got to see the 3rd season of White Lotus, which is, of course, streaming right now on Max. Tayme, hope to meet you in person, brother.
Yes, sir. I like your T-shirt, by the way.
Thank you.
Your jumper, Bruce Lee. That's awesome.
On with Mario Lopez.